Europe's electric dream, running out of juice? Remember when everyone thought Europe was going electric? The vision was clear, a continent buzzing with sleek, silent electric vehicles, reducing emissions and leading the charge towards a greener future. Cities were supposed to be quieter, the air cleaner, and the reliance on fossil fuels a thing of the past. Welcome to green tech goals. Politicians were banging the drum. They promised incentives, subsidies, and a robust infrastructure to support this electric utopia. Press conferences were filled with grand declarations and ambitious targets. The message was clear: the future was electric. Manufacturers were throwing billions at it. Car companies retooled their factories, invested in new technologies, and hired thousands of engineers to make this dream a reality. The assembly lines were buzzing with activity, churning out electric vehicles at an unprecedented rate. We were all supposed to be buzzing around in silent, soulless pods by now. The roads were expected to be filled with these futuristic vehicles, gliding silently through the streets, a testament to human ingenuity and environmental responsibility. Well, guess what? The electric revolution is looking a bit flat. Sales are down. Showrooms that were once bustling with curious customers are now eerily quiet. The excitement has waned, and the reality of the situation is starting to set in. Big names like Stellantis and Volkswagen are struggling. These giants of the automotive industry who bet big on the electric future are now facing significant challenges. Their ambitious plans are hitting roadblocks, and the financial strain is becoming evident. And the battery dream just got a whole lot more complicated. The heart of any electric vehicle, the battery, is proving to be a major hurdle. Issues with production cost and efficiency are creating a perfect storm of problems. Buckle up, petrolheads, because the EV scene is in for a bumpy ride. What went wrong? The transition from traditional combustion engines to electric power was never going to be easy, but the scale of the challenges is surprising everyone. Well, like a dodgy alternator, there are a few things causing this power shortage. It's not just one issue, but a combination of factors that are stalling the electric revolution. From technical glitches to economic pressures, the road ahead is fraught with obstacles. From supply chain chaos to jittery consumers, the perfect storm is brewing. The global supply chain disruptions have hit the automotive industry hard, causing delays and increasing costs. Consumers, once eager to embrace the new technology, are now hesitant, worried about reliability and cost. And if you think that's bad, wait until you hear about the battery situation. The promise of long-lasting, quick-charging batteries is still out of reach. Research and development are ongoing, but the breakthroughs needed to make electric vehicles truly competitive are still on the horizon. It's enough to make you reach for the jump leads. The dream of a seamless transition to electric vehicles is facing a harsh reality check. But don't lose hope just yet. Innovation often comes from adversity, and the challenges faced today could lead to the breakthroughs of tomorrow. The journey to an electric future is far from over, and the next chapter could be the most exciting yet. Stellantis. The name alone conjures images of sleek, futuristic designs and cutting-edge technology. The name sounds like a futuristic spaceship, doesn't it? A beacon of innovation and progress in the automotive world. But right now, this automotive giant is looking more like a rusty old banger. Despite their ambitious plans and significant investments, the reality on the ground is far from the high-tech dream they envisioned. They've pumped cash into electric models, but the sales figures just aren't sparking. The electric vehicle market is fiercely competitive, and Stellantis is struggling to keep up with the pace set by industry leaders like Tesla and newer entrants who are rapidly gaining ground. Why? Well, getting your hands on the parts needed to build these things is like trying to find a decent mechanic on a Sunday. Supply chains are shot. The global semiconductor shortage has hit the automotive industry hard, and Stellantis is no exception. Essential components are in short supply, causing delays and driving up costs. And then there's the small matter of cost. Building EVs is expensive. The technology is still relatively new, and economies of scale haven't yet been achieved. This means that each vehicle costs more to produce than traditional internal combustion engine cars. Raw materials cost a fortune. Lithium, cobalt, and nickel, essential for EV batteries, are not only expensive, but also subject to volatile market prices. The mining and processing of these materials also raise environmental and ethical concerns, adding another layer of complexity to the equation. And Stellantis is finding out the hard way that convincing people to pay a premium for an electric car isn't easy. Consumers are price sensitive, And while there's a growing interest in sustainable transportation, the higher upfront cost of EVs remains a significant barrier, especially when the petrol pumps are already giving you a heart attack. With gas prices soaring, many consumers are feeling the pinch and are hesitant to make a big financial commitment, even if it promises long-term savings and environmental benefits. They need to find a way to make these cars more affordable, or they'll be stuck in the slow lane. To truly accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles, Stellantis must address these challenges head-on. This means investing in new technologies to reduce production costs, securing more stable supply chains, and perhaps most importantly, finding ways to make EVs more accessible to the average consumer. Only then can they hope to shift gears and move from stalling out to leading the charge in the electric vehicle revolution. Ah, Volkswagen, remember Dieselgate? Well, this time it's not emissions they're struggling with, it's software. Seems those fancy electric VWs are about as reliable as a sat-nav in a tunnel. Production delays are piling up faster than parking tickets in Rome. Not exactly the image they were going for. And it's not just the tech headaches. Volkswagen, like everyone else, is finding out that building these things is a logistical nightmare. They've had to slash production targets because they simply can't get the parts. The dream of dominating the electric car market is starting to look a bit more like a rusty Golf in a scrapyard. Section 4 BMW navigating sales slumps and market pressures. Even the mighty BMW isn't immune to the EV blues. Sales are down, competition is fierce. The automotive market is more crowded than ever, with new electric vehicle brands popping up left and right. It's a battlefield out there, and BMW is feeling the pressure. The once dominant player in the luxury car market is now facing challenges from all sides. And the economic headwinds are enough to blow your Bavarian beanie off. Global economic uncertainties, fluctuating currencies, and trade tensions are all adding to the storm. It's not just about making great cars anymore, it's about navigating a complex and ever-changing economic landscape. BMW has to be agile and resilient to weather these storms. Don't count them out just yet though. BMW has a history of innovation and excellence. Their engineers are some of the best in the world, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. They're not just sitting back and hoping for the best. They're actively working on solutions, testing new technologies, and refining their processes. BMW is throwing serious money at new tech and battery production. They're investing heavily in research and development, focusing on creating more efficient and powerful batteries. This isn't just about keeping up with the competition, it's about leading the charge into the future. They're committed to making electric vehicles that are not only sustainable but also exciting to drive. They know the future is electric, even if it's not exactly electrifying right now. The transition to electric vehicles is a marathon, not a sprint. BMW is in it for the long haul, understanding that the road to widespread EV adoption is filled with challenges. They're preparing for a future where electric cars are the norm, not the exception. But here's the thing. Building fancy electric cars is one thing. It's about more than just the technology. It's about the entire experience. BMW is known for its luxury and performance, and they aim to bring that same level of excellence to their electric vehicles. The interiors are sleek, the features are top-notch, and the driving experience is designed to be unparalleled. Convincing people to buy them in a cost-of-living crisis is another. With rising living costs, consumers are more cautious about where they spend their money. Even those who are environmentally conscious might hesitate to invest in a new electric vehicle when budgets are tight. BMW needs to make a compelling case for why their electric cars are worth the investment. BMW needs to find a way to bridge that gap. Their marketing teams are hard at work, crafting messages that resonate with today's consumers. They're hosting events, running campaigns, and doing everything they can to showcase the benefits of their electric vehicles. It's about building trust and demonstrating value. Because right now, even the most ardent petrolhead might think twice about dropping a small fortune on a new i3. The challenge is real, but BMW is no stranger to overcoming obstacles. With their commitment to innovation and quality, they're poised to navigate these sales slumps and market pressures, emerging stronger on the other side. Section 5 Mercedes-Benz luxury EVs hit a speed bump. Mercedes-Benz, the name synonymous with luxury and performance, is also feeling the pinch. Their high-end electric offerings aren't exactly flying out of the showrooms. The problem? Well, when your target market is already tightening their Gucci belts, asking them to shell out even more for an electric S-Class is a tough sell. Add to that the same production woes plaguing the rest of the industry, and you've got a recipe for a serious case of the slows. Mercedes needs to find a way to make their electric dreams a little more attainable for the masses. Or they risk becoming a luxury relic in a rapidly changing world. Charging infrastructure, the missing puzzle piece. While electric vehicles promise a greener future, there's a significant hurdle that still needs to be addressed: charging infrastructure. Imagine this: you've invested in a shiny new EV, but finding a charging station feels like searching for a needle in a haystack. This is the reality for many EV owners today. The current network of charging stations is simply not keeping pace with the growing number of electric vehicles on the road. Governments and private companies are stepping up their game, but the rollout is slow and uneven. Urban areas might be well covered, but rural regions often find themselves left in the lurch. Fast charging stations are crucial, but they are expensive to install and maintain. Without a robust and accessible charging network, the dream of widespread EV adoption remains just that, a dream. It's a classic chicken and egg situation. Consumers are hesitant to buy EVs due to the lack of charging stations, and companies are hesitant to build more stations until there are more EVs on the road. Solving this puzzle is key to unlocking the full potential of electric vehicles. So, as we navigate the road ahead, it's clear that building a comprehensive charging infrastructure isn't just an option, it's a necessity. The future of electric mobility depends on it. Don't forget to subscribe to Green Tech Goals with notifications on to never miss out on the latest updates about the green transition happening around the world. Stay tuned for the finest developments in this technical transition, only on Green Tech Goals, the #1 channel keeping you updated. Until next time.